Yeah, that lake is going to be a beautiful, beautiful little lake. You look at the views from up there, it's amazing to see this whole entire mountain.
The video almost doesn't do justice. It looks amazing here, but when you get there, it just feels at peace.
The whole skyline, the whole ridgeline was within the area. That's a lot of trees.
That's one of the great things up there, right? Is there's so many views that you could see a long way. You look at the landscape and it's just who we are, and it's ours.
I think we have a beautiful access now to the Tolt River up there. Going to be a good thing for the membership to be able to access. These are areas that have been closed off for decades now. I've been in contact with a number of large timberland realtors that are, usually offer these type of properties, and we've been monitoring their offers for sale, and it came across that Project Skyline, the area was coming up for sale, and I think we had a total of 60 days to put all of this together. So it was a very condensed timeline from the time we were notified that the property was for sale and actually having to put the bid in and close it.
And that bid announcement went out in early August. And so potential buyers had a small window, just a little over a month, to go out on the site, to look at all the title documents, to see all the easements that come with the land, all the easements that provide access to that area, to look at the timber stands, what's been harvested, what is available to harvest, what might be harvestable in 10, 20, 30 years. And we put together a team to help us with the valuation of the timber, of the land, also to look at the carbon potential of the property and understand what that value is in terms of climate change. And when we got that information back, we were able to talk with the board and leadership about what it will take to do a purchase like this, working closely with our finance team members to figure out how we could put all the pieces together to make sure that our legal team and our natural resource team did all the due diligence on the ground and behind the scenes to make sure we are making a smart and effective decision for the Tulalip people.
Really, the first time I stepped onto the property as we drove in there, I was really amazed at how much that space really is. When we got to the top and looked across the valley, and we seen to the other side of the valley and looked down the valley from our first stop the first time we pulled in there, to realize that as far as we could see was all ours. It was just really the scale and the scope of the area really didn't hit home until I got on the landscape and was able to look from the top of the mountain down the valley and say, we own this whole valley below us. And I've been up there a couple days and I still haven't been able to cover the whole area. Just really driving through there, there's a lot of space and a lot of area. The overall size is almost 18,000 acres of property, and it goes from a high, of I think 1,000 feet in elevation all the way up to 3,600 feet in elevation. Comparable, of course, in size to the reservation, which is 22,000 acres. It's the reservation is slightly larger, but we own the whole entire thing, and so it kind of, here we have a broken ownership of, checkerboard ownership. The tribe owns a substantial amount of the reservation, but when you have this whole area where the exterior boundaries, you're talking miles and miles between, each side of it. The reservation would seem much larger if it wasn't, as flat as it is, and you could really see where you're going. But, to think, it takes you 25 minutes or 35 minutes to drive from Fire Trail around the north side of the reservation to here. Well, it's going to take you an hour to do that on Skyline, to drive that same distance, because it's all gravel roads. So it just the scope is once you get in there, it's it's really big. I mean, I haven't, I've been trying to get up there and really start to learn the lay of the land to start figuring out our management plan as we move forward. But there's areas that we've still yet to even put eyes on within that area. Open access to the property is going to provide a lot of hunting, gathering for tribal membership. There's firewood opportunities. There's also going to be a long-term revenue opportunity as the tribe continues to grow and harvest timber off of that property into the future, which is going to provide jobs and revenue to hopefully tribal member operations that get into either doing the road maintenance and or the logging operations in the future as we move long-term into the future.
A couple of times I've been up to the Skyline property. I look around and I instantly go to cultural, traditional, and those type of usages. And I see a lot of potential for a lot of things. There's berries. There's potential for more huckleberries for us to acquire. There's obviously the wood that's been cut there. There's more opportunity for woodcutters to get wood, not just only for elders, but for families that stay warm during the winter. And for the cultural use-wise of it, there's a lot of places I think where we could have people who need to store things away. And I think there's an opportunity for that. For forestry, we have a lot of work ahead of us, but I take that with like a chip on my shoulder, because it's not just for the forestry, it's for our next generations coming up. And if I can do my part in this work to make sure we have feasible cultural usages for hopefully 7, 8, 10 generations beyond us, that's something that'd be awesome.
I think it means everything to have our own property, and you're only going to see your own people. It's a strong force of our sovereignty. That's what it shows, and that's what it gives our own people, is that it's just going to be us. We manage it, we control it, we protect it, and we live off of it. It's something that you can only dream of, and that's kind of where we're sitting at, is to have these opportunities. Yeah, the possibilities of hunting there is, like I said, limitless, right? There's so much potential there for us to build this to really be, I guess you would say a mecca, and that was part of our conversations in our meetings, is that we could build this up, we could, manage it and put in a lot of work to make it to where the animals want to go there and they never want to leave. So there's always that availability to our people, always being able to harvest something for our people, because there's so much quality land there.
Well, I think one thing, I want to continue to push for the tribe, for the council, for the membership, is there's additional land up there that we need to continue to be looking at as our future generations. So this is a substantial purchase, but I think there's a lot more that we need to purchase for the future. As we continue to build that, it's an alternate revenue source for the tribe, and I think it diversifies some of our income. So I think we need to continue to look at this as another facet. I don't want to say this is our one and done, but I want to be able to say, no, this is the first step in our creating a larger sustained forest that we can preserve for the future generations and for the benefit of our people.